Welcome to part 7. This is the last part for this series of tutorials. O repair and OMO are rewards. Where are we going to detect these rewards? We will do it in the HUD object. So in the step event, we will check for kills, check for health, check instance of the reward, whether it exists or not, before we actually go on to create it. I'm doing these checks because these are the conditions that I set for a reward. Now you can set your own conditions and do your if statement accordingly. So in the HUD object, in the step event, we will have a new condition. When you set this new condition up, make sure it is separate from the previous condition and not part of it, as shown in this demonstration. So before you give this reward, you will want to check if the player is good enough. So we will see whether the number of kills is greater than or equal to 50, followed by check if the health has gone low. It's no use giving health when the health is high. So I'm using a value of 35 for health. And then I check if an instance of this reward is on screen. If it is, it's no use putting 2 of it on screen. So I will check if it does not exist, then only will I create an instance of it. Of course, this will be at a random position as shown here. And remember the proper layer. So here I will assign a power-up bullet if the white enemy appears, since it's a strong enemy. And then I will get a count of how many white enemies. In this case, I just want to check whether there's one, at least one. And then I will check if the bullet is off. And then if the ammo does not exist, I will create an ammo. So why am I checking if the bullet is off? If you already have a power up, it's no use giving you another power up. So what I do is I check if you have bullet 2. If you have bullet 2, then you will not get the power up icon. But if you do not have bullet 2 and the power up is not showing on the screen, then we will award with a power up. So again here, this is a separate conditional block. Make sure it's separate and not a follow-up of the last one. And then you check if the instance white enemy exists. And you drag out the get enemy white enemy count, and you assign this into a temporary variable. I use enemy white. This will be followed with another conditional check, and I'll use the last temporary variable that I created, enemy white, and I check whether it's greater than or equal to 1. And then I'll check if the value of bullet 2 is 1 or 0. In this case, whether it's equal to 0. That means it is off. So if it is off, then I will check whether the O ammo exists. So you have to select not and then create an instance of O ammo. And I place it at a random position, but notice I'm now using iRandom. I'm just doing something different here. iRandom means integer random. And key in the layer name. We will use the controller to produce the enemies. So go into the room and delete all your existing enemies. Here I just press shift. I use the cursor to select all of them and press delete. So going back to the controller object in the create event, for the sake of convenience, I'm assigning a variable called SEC, a value of 60. It means 1 second is 60 steps. So when I key in the timing, I'll just put there 2 times SEC for 2 seconds, for example. So now I'll create the O enemy green at a random position. Then I'll set the alarm countdown for 0, 1, and 2. And key in the timing as shown here. It's 5 seconds, 20 seconds, and 40 seconds. So naturally, in the event, I will set up for alarm 0, 1, and 2. So in alarm 0, the first thing I'll do is I'll just paste the O enemy green creation. I will count the number of green enemies, put it inside a temporary variable, and I will check this temporary variable with a condition. I'm checking whether it's less than 8. If it is, then I'm going to reset this alarm at 15 seconds. I'm going to do the same for alarm 1. So I will copy and paste into alarm 1. But here, I will change the name of the object to be created to enemy orange. Likewise, you must also change the temporary variable name. Here I'm using a value of less than 5 for the condition, and I set the alarm to 20 seconds for the orange plane. Okay, now we will create the audio. So you go to the sound resource and create it, and use the 2 sound files that I've supplied and follow as shown on screen. The sound creation is rather simple and straightforward. Sounds will be created at the explosion. So you will go to the small explosion first, and right on top of the create event, drag in the play audio and select the sound file. So you'll be doing this for both the explosion objects at the create event.